Hello, artist! Today we are going to be learning all about flint corn and how to make our very own flint corn. Flint corn is one of the oldest varieties of corn around. It was the corn that the Native Americans taught the colonists how to cultivate. It comes in a huge range of colors. You may have seen this at the pumpkin patch or at a farmer's market. It comes in reds, oranges, browns, purple, blue, all different kinds of color, and they are beautiful. They're often used as decorations now, but way back when, flint corn was used as a way to make cornmeal and a type of flour, as well as popcorn. So let's talk about what we're going to need today. Today, you are going to need your scissors, a pencil, and there is one paper in your bag that has a corn shape on it, and you need to find that one. Once you have all of those items, go ahead and continue the video. If you need a second to grab them out of your bag, hit pause. We're going to be using scissors again today. And so just as a reminder, make sure that you are only cutting the paper. Make sure that you are sitting comfortably. You're sitting on your rear end, on your bottom, and you are comfortable when you're cutting. You're not going to fall out of a seat or get hurt. You want to make sure that you are staying on your line. We want these, when we get done, the shape of our corn to look like corn. We don't want squares or points on our corn because our corn is a roundish shape. And it's not a race, okay? You can pause the video and work at your own pace. That's a great thing about these videos. Just pause and work at your own pace and complete the work as you need to at your pace. Okay, so the first step is I traced a corn for you. Normally you'd be in class, I'd give you a stencil, but I traced the corn for you, and you're going to use this one as a stencil to make two more. So you're going to carefully cut out this one on the line. Okay. So you're going to use this corn as a stencil, and you are going to trace around the corn and make two more corn shapes. Hold the stencil down tightly and trace gently. When you get to your hand, jump over and go to the other side. And then that spot that you missed, you can just connect it. You can connect it with a little bit of a curve line. And you're going to do this 2 times. Hold the stencil. When you get to your hand, jump over your hand and go to the other side. And the part that you missed, right here, this part that you missed, you're just going to draw that, connect that with a curve line. All right. And you're going to carefully cut out these 2 corn and get yourselves 2 more corn. So you'll have a total of 3 when you get done. I'm going to cut down the middle. So now I have 2 smaller pieces to cut with. all of your scraps are going to be recycled at the end of class. We're not going to save these like we normally would. Okay, up next we are going to be drawing some circles on here. So if we have time, you're going to draw some circles. Now on one of these, I drew the circle for you. Okay, I want you to make your circles, your kernels of corn, the same size as this circle. If you make them too small, you are going to be coloring for a very long time. So let's make sure the circles are the same size as the example that I drew for you. And we're going to be using a ton of colors from our crayons today because there are lots of colors in corn. The only two colors that we're not going to be using are black and green. So you're going to be using all of the other colors in your corn. You can organize them how you want. Maybe you're going to make one that is brown and purple, for example, and one that is red and blue, and then another one that's yellow and orange. Up to you how you use those colors, but there should be a big variety of color. Next, we're going to practice with that first one I gave you by drawing a circle. Trace the circle that I made, and then when you color it in, don't color side to side, because when you get done, your shape will no longer be a circle, it will be a blob. You want to color in circles. You want to go around and around and around and around until you get to the middle. And then you're going to draw another one. Same size if you can. And around and around and around. And I'm going to put several brown circles on here, all over, not in a row next to each other. So I can use lots of different colors. Remember to keep it the size that I showed you. All right, and don't make them too small or you will be here for days coloring circles. Switch colors. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in brown, and now I'm going to do 6 in orange. All right, I'm going to keep coloring and I'll come back to you. Okay, I finished my first corn. I made all of my kernels about the same size. I left a little bit of space in between. You don't need to fill every little space in there with the kernels. So you can leave some circles, some white spaces in between your kernels. You're going to complete the other two, and when you get done, come back and see me. Remember, we're using a variety of colors. So I think I'm going to make one blue and red, and then another one, or purple and red, and then another one brown blue with a couple little yellow ones in there. All right, so I'll be back in a minute when I get done coloring. Okay, friends, I finished using circles to color in my kernels on my Flint corn. Carefully and slowly color so your circles are still the shape of a circle. All right, if you're coloring side to side and scribbling, you won't end up with kernels. When you get done, you'll end up with a scribbly mess. All right, that's it. Do not do any more work to your project. You will get the next steps at the next art class. And it's time to clean up. We are going to recycle your scraps that were left over from cutting. You are going to put all of your crayons back in your bin. You are going to put your scissors and your pencil and your crayons back in your art bag. And I will see you next class. Don't forget, I do want you to take a picture of your progress so we get into the habit of doing that. I want to see how well you did on your corn, and if we need to review or talk about anything next time I see you. That's it for today. See you soon.